everybody, here's this week's DJ tip. Today we're going to talk about cameras and taking a good camera to your event to get excellent pictures. There's a huge difference between those junky point and shoots and a really good DSLR camera. I was a point and shoot guy for a really long time, and I decided to switch into a DSLR. After talking to lots of my DJ friends out there, I'm so glad that I did. And we're going to talk about the reasons why. And then we're going to talk about some of the accessories that you might want to consider getting to make your pictures pop. These pictures are the pictures that your clients are going to see, you're going to use for your website, and so much more. So here we go, let's get into it. So as you can see here, I use a Canon. Now we're not going to get into any major detail as to why I use Canon, but I have used other brands, and I just decided that Canon was the one for me. So here are some accessories that can really help you. First off, you want to make sure that you have more than one type of lens. The lens that I have in this camera right now happens to be just a normal 18 to 55 millimeter lens. This one here is my zoom lens. I use this one for trying to get those long distance shots. And this is a 75 to 300 millimeter lens. You would be extremely surprised to know how big of a difference the light on your camera that's built into your camera and a flash, an external one, can make. I personally like to use this one. It is a Canon Speedlight 580EX2, and it will make a huge difference. You can aim the light in different directions, you can tilt the light, you can spin the light, and so forth when it's on your camera. It also has a remote trigger, so I can set this up somewhere else and I can remote trigger this from anywhere in the room. If you're doing a lot of video, it's always nice to have an extra light on your camera. Now this happens to be an LED light, pretty bright, and it comes with different filters that you can use. This goes right on the shoe of your camera. I often end up using an orange filter, and the reason why I use this orange or amber filter is because a lot of the people that I'm shooting or the areas that I'm shooting need to have a little bit more of a tan to it, so to speak. That's the reason why I use this. Now, I also use just your regular AA batteries in it. Battery tester right here, I'm in full. Right here on the side is the on and off switch. And right there at the bottom, of course, the bracket that goes onto the shoe of your camera. I always carry this around with me as well. This is an extra battery backup. Some of us may not have the extra actual, like, just the square battery that or whatever that goes inside your camera. This is a extra piece that goes onto your camera that you can just put normal AA batteries in. So I carry this around with me as my backup, just in case my regular battery goes dead and my backup battery goes dead. This is my backup for the backup right here. This just attaches to the bottom of the camera. This is an extra battery backup. While I really have to get new stands, I currently have just a simple little stand that we use. Right now I'm using one on the camera itself, and it's really important to have these, especially if you have a lens that is not an image stabilizing lens. You're going to need something that's going to help you keep things nice and steady. And as we all know, tripods do that for us. Now, I'm sure that you've seen some of those really cool videos out there where you see the camera and it's the image seems like it's just floating. That is an image stabilizer that attaches to your camera. So not only is the image stabilization working on your camera if you have a lens that has image stabilization, but you have an actual stabilizer that attaches to the camera itself. And it kind of looks like that. This is the one that I use. This is from a company called, I'm not 100% sure how you say it, but Lensse, I think, L-E-N-S-S-E. And I'm going to show you the big difference that this can make when shooting video. We're going to start off with me actually holding the camera while recording, so I'll show you as we go. So here we go. Alright, so you just saw me run with the camera holding it. Now we're going to use the image stabilizer, and I'm going to show you the difference between the two. Here we go. So there you go, there's the difference, and that is something that can really create an awesome effect when you're using video. Another thing that's really, really important is to learn all your functions on your camera. By far, I'm not the best at any type of videography or photography. That's the reason why we hire professional photographers and videographers, but a lot of us at our gigs might end up having to do this on our own. So it's really good to familiarize yourself with all the different settings on your camera. What ISO means and what it does, what aperture is, what it does, and so many other things. So make sure that you check out all the different tutorials. You can just type it into YouTube and check it out for yourself and learn as much as you can about your camera, or get with a photographer or videographer that's willing to show you the different ins and outs of your camera. So that's going to do it for this week's DJ Tips. Thanks so much for watching, and we want to thank our sponsors, DJ Video Network. It's basically DJ TV, but online and in your hand everywhere you go. Go check it out. And ProMobileDJ.com, where you can find interesting topics about all kinds of different things happening in the industry, plus some great deals on gear too. And Eternal Lighting, where you can trust in Eternal Lighting for the best in trussing, appearance products, LED products, battery-powered wireless fixtures, and so much more. And our friends at Prime Cuts. Make sure you get your music legally. And they happen to be pretty fast in making sure you have the hits quick. So thanks so much for watching. That's this week's DJ Tips. More to come next week. Goodbye.